So, you're heading to Austria? Awesome choice. Before you start packing, let's make sure your trip is incredible for all the right reasons. This is your quick, essential 5-minute safety briefing. Let's dive right in.
I mean, you've seen the pictures, right? The Alps, Vienna, it's just stunning. But, the key to a truly fantastic trip is being ready for the unexpected. So in the next few minutes, we're going to cover the absolute emergency essentials, then get into some really specific, and I mean strict, rules of the road you can't ignore, and finally, how to stay sharp and safe in the cities. Okay, first up, the big stuff. Think of this as the foundation for your entire safety net. It doesn't matter if you're there for a day or a month, every single person needs to know this.
All right, I want you to pull out your phone right now. Seriously. These are the 5 numbers you need to save before you even get on the plane. Now, 112 is your catch-all, the universal emergency number for the whole EU, but pay very close attention to 140. If you're even thinking about going hiking or skiing, that number is your direct line to mountain rescue, and it could literally be a lifesaver.
So what happens if there's a major alert? Well, Austria's got a 3-part system. First, there's AT Alert. This is great because a message will hit your phone automatically, no app needed. For more detailed local alerts, it's probably worth downloading the KT Warn app. And finally, the old school way. If you hear sirens wailing, the rule is simple. Get indoors and tune in to ORF, the national broadcaster, for instructions.
Okay, let's switch gears and talk about driving. If you're planning on getting behind the wheel, you've got to know that Austrian drivers are generally pretty relaxed, but they are very, very serious about the rules, and some of those rules are absolutely non-negotiable.
And I'm not kidding about those rules. This isn't a suggestion. It is the law. Every car has to have a reflective vest for every single person inside, a warning triangle, and a sealed first aid kit. And that pro tip there is crucial. These things have to be reachable from inside the car, not buried in the trunk. Why? Because you are required to put the vest on before you step out of your car on the side of a road. Makes sense, right?
Okay, if you drive in Austria, there is one German word you absolutely positively must know, and it's this one, Rettungsgasse. It means emergency corridor, and trust me, not understanding this can cause some serious problems.
So how does it work?
Well, the moment traffic slows down on a highway, it's like an automatic reflex for Austrian drivers. If you're in the far left lane, you move to the far left. If you're in any other lane, you move to the right. And just like that, a clear channel magically opens up down the middle for emergency vehicles. It's not something people think about, it's just what you do. Instantly.
And if you're thinking, what's the big deal if I don't move? Well, the penalty for getting this wrong is steep. We're talking a potential fine of over 2,000 euros. Yeah. So the takeaway is simple. When traffic slows, you move. Period.
One last driving essential you have to know about, the vignette. This is a toll sticker, and it's mandatory for all motorways, or Autobahn. You can buy a physical one at the border or a gas station, or, even easier, get a digital one online before you even leave home. Just whatever you do, don't get caught on a motorway without it.
All right, we've got the highways covered. Now let's talk about the really fun stuff. Driving in the mountains. Those incredible alpine roads are a completely different ballgame, and you have to be prepared.
Up in the mountains, everything depends on the season. In summer, it's mostly common sense. Check for weather closures, use a lower gear on steep descents so you don't overheat your brakes. But winter's a whole other thing. From November 1st to April 15th, winter tires are mandatory in snowy or icy conditions. It's the law. You also have to carry snow chains, because the police can literally stop you at the bottom of a pass and make you put them on.
And speaking of winter, don't just assume that beautiful scenic road you saw on Instagram will be open. Famous routes like the Großglockner High Alpine Road shut down completely for about half the year. Do yourself a huge favor. Do a quick check on the road's official website before you set off. It can save you from a very long and very disappointing detour.
All right, let's come down from the mountain peaks and head into the cities. The hazards here are less about the weather and more about, well, other people. It's all about being aware of what's going on around you. This is a classic tourist scam you'll see around the world. Someone will suddenly act surprised and find a gold ring right at your feet. Then they'll offer to sell it to you for a great price. It's brass. It's worthless. The best thing you can do is just give a polite "no thank you" and walk away. Don't engage.
Here's another common one that's all about distraction. Someone might rush up to you in a busy square with a clipboard, asking you to sign a petition. Their goal isn't your signature. It's to get your eyes and your attention focused on that clipboard while their partner tries to get into your bag or your pocket.
Just always be aware of your space and your belongings.
And hey, a quick practical tip for city driving. Parking in the center of cities like Vienna or Salzburg is a headache. Almost everything is a short-term parking zone, a Kurz park zone. The simple, cheap solution is to use a park-and-ride garage on the edge of town. For just a few euros, you can park all day and just take the excellent public transit right into the center. So much easier.
Finally, while you'll find that tons of Austrians speak excellent English, knowing just a few key phrases in German can make a critical difference in an emergency.
If you learn only one word for an emergency, make it this one, Hilfe. It's simple, it's direct, it means help. Let's say it. Hilfe. Perfect.
For any kind of medical situation, this is your key phrase. Ich brauche einen Arzt. It clearly communicates that you need a doctor, right away.
And this is just the polite and easy way to bridge any language gap. Starting off with Sprechen Sie English is always appreciated, and you'll almost always get a helpful response. Okay, so if you remember nothing else from all this, just remember these 3 things. 1. Get those 5 emergency numbers into your phone. 2. On the motorway, when traffic slows, you automatically help form the Rettungsgasse. And 3. In winter, if there's snow or ice, winter tires are not optional, they are the law.
And there you have it. You now have the core info to travel way more safely and confidently than most other visitors. So the real question is, what's the first thing you'll do with it? Save those numbers? Practice saying Rettungsgasse? Whatever it is, being prepared is the first step to an incredible journey. Safe travels.